Hi everyone, welcome to Amaranth. These are general messages for the collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter placements. Let's get into it. So the first card you have, Aquarius, is Calm Chameleon, and it further says versatility, camouflage, agility. Further on, it says careful preacher, cloaked in colors, bless my heart with peace and patience. Peace and patience. Are you getting impatient about something? Look at the picture. This comedian is so beautifully designed. It blends so beautifully with the frame. It has those paint colors, or just adjusts itself. The tail, everything is like picture perfect. So definitely, chameleons are known to be very agile. They adjust, they thrive in different situations. They can cover themselves, they can hide, they can protect. Very versatile in terms of how colors, they will, bring out those colors according to their environment. And currently, right now, the cosmos, the stars right now for you, Aquarius, you could expect something, unique, something different, something that you do not expect, the situations to change. And you have to navigate that now, those new situations, but you got to blend in. You got to not be aggressive about the changes or throw tantrums about it. So you got to center yourself. You got to maintain that calm inside so that you stay calm on the outside while talking with people, while dealing with difficult situations. Bring your E-game, bring that, your 11th house energy. You're unique. You're quirky in your own ways, but then you're always thinking of something higher, the higher self. Creating something big, unconventional. You're used to unconventional things, the collective Aquarius energy. So bring your E-game to it, be confident, be graceful. And when there is a need to blend in, to follow the rules or things that are happening around you, you can't go a different way, especially if you want to continue to be in that environment, continue to lead or be that exceptional leader that people look up to and things like that, right? If you want to keep your position, or if you want to rise, or if you want to continue doing what you are doing, you have to adjust, you have to accommodate those changes, because external world, what happens, we don't know. Nothing is control, nothing is in control. The people, the situations, the market conditions, the natural calamities and people's personal lives, the team, somebody's coming, somebody's going, somebody's unable to perform. There is so much going on in everybody's life. Even the team members, when they come together to perform a job, there is so much going on in their individual worlds. We cannot be chaotic. We cannot present ourselves as, panicky. So this is like taking a calm approach, no matter how chaotic it may seem. Maybe you're going through some mergers or company restructures, and you need to stay calm, because new people are coming, old are leaving, and it's hard. Sometimes it's really difficult to see the changes, but then if you panic, it doesn't help. It doesn't help anyone. So stay strong, especially if you're at leadership or top positions, because changes are there. They're right in, we have to face it head on. They're right on our face, and we have to be confident enough to navigate those different new situations now. We don't know who's coming. We don't know who has what agendas and how they're going to react. So the best thing to do is stay calm, stay cool, collected, right? And adapt, be versatile, be agile, have those skills, bring your A-game in whichever way you can, so that people, can trust you, you can ease the transition and make things like easy on people and seamless on the company, right? So those are characteristics that are high demanded by corporate, whether you're part of a team or whether you're in leadership positions. Everywhere, these qualities of thinking under pressure, staying calm under pressure is always valued. And with chameleon have eyes that roll 360 degrees. We all know that, which means looking at things from different angles, different perspectives, adapting, using your wisdom, your 11th house again, networking, talk to people, get different ideas, opinions, think about it. Use your intuition as well, even though you're an air sign. But, this is the need right now for you to stay patient, to stay agile, to stay versatile, and use whatever skills you can to adapt. It doesn't mean you have to change who you are at the core. It's just that when we have to work cohesively with the team, we have to keep that peace and harmony. Just look at the political leaders at every level, city level, community level, or even at the state level or whatever, country level. So much is going on around them. They cannot just go crazy, right? They have to adapt to so much new news and data, but who they are at the core is not going to change, except that they need to know how to navigate that, and that's what makes them a trusty leader. That's what makes them a good, effective, relevant person with changing times. So if we don't change or adapt without losing our core values and belief system, then we kind of, become the dinosaur, outdated. Nobody wants those kind of people who cannot catch up with changing trends and changing requirements of society or a family or work, right? And Uranus in Gemini is going to bring in, and Gemini is your sister sign, air sign. So it's going to bring some changes that you will need to, put your thinking cap, your creative cap, and create systems or processes that help you navigate these changes, maybe document things or bring in, there are market changes, there is fluctuations in markets and external environments. And then, so adapting to all of those changes, whether it's related to travel or whether it's related to windows or whether it's related to people of the team, shifting company dynamics. We need to be versatile enough to be able to talk to different kinds of people that are there, to connect to them. Maybe you're learning, maybe you're in an international environment where you have to learn a few words of different languages in order to fit in. It's not a bad thing. Fitting in is important because otherwise you will be just, phased out. So whatever you need to do to adapt, I feel that you are doing it or you need to do it. You need to, do. And also another reason people do it because they want to create that harmonious, inclusive environment, because people might be coming from different age groups, from different backgrounds, from different companies with different cultures. So adapting to all of that in creative and inclusive environment where people feel supported, they feel included, they feel heard is very important in today's times, considering that we're all a global community today. It's not about one country or another city or something like that. People are working and coming together from different worlds and different countries and different places. They're working together. So without having, without enforcing our radical ideas or without even losing who we are at the core, who can adapt. So you're basically asked to be James Bond right now, right? So that you can accomplish whatever you have set out for. So the next card you have, Aquarius, is impasse, and it says reflect and redirect your energy. So if you see in the picture, there is a squirrel that's having a nut or an acorn, and you know what? The squirrel has a very thinking kind of energy. She's not really focused on her food, she's thinking, she's lost in thought. So contemplation, there is a path going right in front of the squirrel. She's wondering, like, is this path for me? Because it seems like it's blocked later on, right? There's a wall. Maybe it's, maybe she can't see the path ends there, but maybe the wall doesn't even obstruct it. Or maybe it is blocked for a reason. So for you, Aquarius, your approach in general for the collective Aquarius is always unconventional and creative. So whenever you have a problem or you hit a roadblock, rather than pushing against it, it's always like, take a moment, see what else can be done. What's the new perspective? What new angle can I use? And then use your out of the box thinking approach. You will come up with the solution because, when they say redirection is God's protection, it's just that you are actually on the verge of finding a new path which is more aligned with your values or with the direction that you want to take, or your company's direction that you would not have discovered if this path was not blocked. So take a moment, take a step back from all the problems, and then you'll for sure see that there is another way out. It may not be tried and tested, but if you put your mind, heart, and soul into it, you will come up with a solution which is unique, which is different, which is which makes sense, but it might have some risks. But then, you gotta try it. So if something feels impossible for you right now, put your thinking cap. Talk to people that think outside the box, that are like you, and try to find a solution which is different, which is innovative, which is unique. And 110% that solution is going to be better than what you had thought before. It's going to put you on a path which is more better, more stable, and more aligned with the current times. You know, it's like, don't give up on anything. If people start giving up, then I wonder nothing would have happened, nothing would have progressed. You know, look at the people working on space programs. They never give up. There's so many problems they encounter, but they think outside the box. They put the team together that comes up with innovative solutions, right? So you might be working on projects that is hitting roadblocks and you need to just get creative right now. Or you might be, brainstorming together with a group of people. And this is how communities and societies grow. We have to work on, sometimes you have to experiment with things. Like today, there are flying taxis, right? There's autonomous drivers. These are all creative thinking. This is Aquarian energy. Maybe you're trying in your personal life, maybe a new health time. You want to solve a health issue, or maybe you want to try a new style of talking, of communicating. Maybe you're trying a new style in wardrobe or new style in hair. Whatever that is, I mean, I feel there is something for you to discover. That's why this path is blocked for you. It's just like, when we get blocked out of our homes, we don't even realize that, and there are other ways that we can get in. Maybe there's a window somewhere which you haven't latched and you can just drag it and you can get inside. But we don't think of the solutions until we really think outside the box, think of ways, like unexpected ways, and solutions will come through for you right now, Aquarius. The next card you have, Aquarius, is number 29. And it says, open intuition, seek clarification. So the number 29 boils down to 11. So these numbers are coming to prominent with this energy. Look at this card. This is like outwardly, right? This person is like trying, has eyes all over, from starting from the third eye, and hands and palms full of eyes, trying to connect with their deepest wisdom, with their deepest thoughts, with their deepest intuition, trying to get those thoughts. The third eye chakra, activating that, so that you're able to think far beyond, creative, outside the box, connect with universal energies, in a raise in consciousness. So you are coming to a brilliant idea, brilliant breakthrough. Some visionary idea is coming to you right now, Aquarius. It's just that you need to ground it and see that, is it doable? Is it something that you can collaborate with? Talk to people. Get that clarification. Like, is it something doable in this world? Is it practical? Are people going to be on board? Are they going to accept this idea? Is it going to be helpful to the society or community? Is that even reachable with the finances that we have, and what needs to be done to accomplish this? So those kind of ideas and practicality needs to come together. Whether it's political, whether it's scientific, whether it's related to cooking. Maybe you have an idea to open a restaurant. So would you have the resources? How are you going to pull in the resources? How are you going to take care of the logistics? So those are the clarifications, whether you're reading, whether you're talking to people, whether you're watching videos on how it's done, or connecting with people on a common platform or forum to understand the inner details, the functionings and things like that, because not everything is doable, right? So whether it's engineering or you want to experiment a concept, do a prototype and see, is it like something will be accepted by the people in real world? Is it long term? Because it takes a lot of money, funds, and resources to put together something new and for people to accept it. So that's the part. Open intuition, connect with yourself. Maybe you're a leader trying to, and instead of just like, maybe have an idea. So instead of just like running with that idea, you want to talk it up to people, the business leaders and your friends and colleagues. Like, are you guys on the same page? Is it worth it? Is it something that will be accepted and approved and enforced? Maybe new business models or new processes. So it's always good to seek clarification. It's like when you're launching a new product, you want to have that market research and study to see that, yeah, it has a value add to people. It's going to be accepted. People want it. People need it. So those kind of ideas need to be You need to brainstorm it. You need to run it by people, get their acceptance, get their approval, and see that if it is something that can actually work in the situation that you are in. And the last card for today you have is the Prince of Swords. This is your energy. This is air energy, right? So some princes are the doers, the energy that gets the work done. See, there's a samurai out here in the picture on a horseback charging forward. That sword in the hand. Now, sword is not like really cutting people's throats, right? It's like, it stands for clarity, it stands for boldness, it stands for intention, it stands for quick thinking with intellect. That's what your energy is. That's what the current energy is, to cut the confusion away, to keep the BS away, to find solutions that are actually innovative and brilliant. So using your acute mental power and bring an idea, to think of ideas that are clear, that are understandable, that are strategic, that are doable. So your sharp mind, your wit, your intellect is at the forefront here, Aquarius, right? And this energy is required in every day these days for everybody. It's not just Aquarius, not just for Aquarians, but for every zodiac sign needs this energy, because it's like, there's chaos at any situation. I haven't seen a job or a place of work which doesn't get confusing or chaotic at times. So when you have to analyze a situation and then identify what the core problem is, and then without losing your cool, you can throw out a brilliant new idea or a solution that will solve the problem, and that removes the glitch or the hiccup from the process or the system or whatever you're trying to accomplish, right? Because sword is what? Symbolic of truth, of intellect, of wit, not just the real force that was in the centuries ago, where people used to fight for what is right using swords. But today, it's all about wit, communication, intelligent thoughts, intelligent ideas. That's the only way to win today. COVID time, scientists coming together and overcoming the health crisis by innovating those vaccines, right? That's what this is about. You could be in law, because this is like a lawyer energy fighting for injustice, implementing, or you could be part of company strategy, where you have to use strategy, collaboration. Who do you want to collaborate with? Who's implementing cutting edge technologies and things like that. You might be bringing in new systems. But this is sharpness of mind, wit, observation, and finding solutions that are really helpful, truthful to your values, that cut confusion, that solve problems at a global scale, or maybe at the company scale, or city, or community, or even your family, right? You could also be teaching kids to think outside the box. You might be creating some programs for kids to question them on solutions, to enable this thinking in younger generations, that they think outside the box. They don't just give in to pressure or give in to roadblocks. They have to think out, they have to challenge their mind, they have to think of new ideas, right? So this is like a very good skill to develop, especially in younger kids and people going to college and school and things like that, where they learn how to problem solve unconventional scenarios, unexpected scenarios. A lot of times we are put into awkward situations, how to navigate that, how to do it using wit and humor without hurting people, without destroying things, and without using actual physical brute force, right? So that's what this energy is about. Now, this could be playing in your life. It could be playing in environments around you, in your family, in your community. So let me know down in the comments below, Aquarius, how this energy play out for you. It helps me connect better with the tribe here at Amaranth. So hope you enjoyed your messages, Aquarius. So thank you guys for joining. Please subscribe and hit the like if you enjoyed the content, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye for now.